unnecessary intro song to totally waste your time. So, my old bearded buddy Michael Ross is doing a music event festival called the Star City Music Festival in Brisbane tomorrow. And like last year, I'm going to bring my van down there, and I'm going to play between bands. I'm going to play some songs that I wrote. I'm going to play them out of the piano in my van. And last year I just played with my own little sound system in my van. But this year, I think he's going to run a wire, so my sound system's going to go through the big sound system. And I have to say, I'm kind of nervous about it. It's fun to pretend you're not nervous, but I am. I'm nervous even thinking about it right now, especially because I have a little bit of a headache. You guys know how that is, right? When you write little tender songs that make people cry, and then you play them out of your van to strangers. You know, because that's normal. Nothing weird about that. Oh, no. I'm not a weirdo. Me? 52-year-old dude playing melancholic songs out of a van to old people and hippies and children at a small music festival. I think this is the last year of the festival. They did it 3 times. Yeah, Mikey said he's frustrated. It's hard to get San Franciscans doing something new. You know what I mean? People want to do big stuff that's already big. They don't want little stuff in the little park. They're too good for that. Too cool. Do you remember when you were cool? And you'd go to a place and you'd look around to see who else was there to make sure that, you know, you were in the right place. Can't be seen with dipshits, right? You got to be around the cool people. Anyway, there's not going to be anybody cool there, thank goodness. I'm certainly not cool, and I'm going to be there. Last year, I played a few songs, and I realized, you know, because my van, I've got a sound system in it that's pretty impressive. I've got an 18-inch subwoofer, and, you know, when you're standing next to it, you're not thinking it's just some little sound system in a van. You think, oh, this sounds like a sound system from a small nightclub, you know? But comparatively to a big sound system for a full, you know, outdoor concert, I felt like I sounded really pathetic, and I got super insecure. So I only played a few songs, and then I shut my doors and drove away. Oh God, that's the beautiful thing about having a concert system in your own van. If you don't like the audience, you just shut your doors and you drive away. This van life thing that people are doing, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want it to become more popular. Because it's really, living in a van and cruising around in a van is so fun. And when you get home, you think, why the fuck does my house, why don't all houses have wheels? Permanent houses are weird. You can drive around, you can have any yard you want. My yard tomorrow is going to be a music festival. So that's going to be fun. You should come down. Or don't, I don't know. I get weird about inviting people too, you know, because sometimes if there's people you know, then you get really nervous. It's more fun to just perform for total strangers. You know, because then if they don't like you, you don't have to have your feelings hurt. I mean, they're going to get hurt anyway. That's the deal with, I've realized, being a little sensitive ninny, is that, if you play tender little songs and nobody gives a shit, you have to switch into self-protect mode. And, which is, well, they're just a bunch of fucking idiots. It's not my fault. No, it wouldn't be my fault. And it is their fault, because it's not my fault. It's never your fault when you do your best and people don't like it, or they do like it. Here's the thing about performing along the side of the road. I did it a lot last year, and you have these magical experiences with people who will just come around, and if you're singing these tender little love songs, it's kind of it calls out to a certain type of person, A lot of people just don't want to be bothered with that kind of thing in the middle of their day, But other people, it takes them by surprise, and then they sit there and they really listen, and then you have, since, that's the song that called them out, you kind of find a certain type of person, people that are open to be honest and tender and all that kind of sappy shit. But so one day in LA last year, I had a really good day. I was just playing all over the place, and people were tipping me. I didn't start this for tips, by the way. People started handing me tips, and I would be like, oh, no, I'm not doing this for tips. Please, don't insult me. But then they'd have this look on their face of real sadness, like, what? I'm trying to tip you. And so I put these little rubber boots next to my piano, loot boots, so people could tip me. It's just easier to say thank you. But in certain spots in LA, Venice Beach, people really tip like motherfuckers. And once a few people do it, then a whole bunch of people do it, and then it gets to be a contest. There's this one dude that tipped me $100 on 2 different occasions. Same dude. Some Christian dude. But, yeah, so that's fun. But so I had a whole day of really good experiences in LA, just feeling like, wow, this is so fun. Playing these songs that nobody's heard. They're not recorded anywhere. They're songs that I've written, and the only chance you're going to hear them is out of my van. And that's part of what I like about it, is that it's the only place you can get it. And if somebody takes out their phone and records it, then you get a version of it that way. But I kind of like that whole idea of a magical moment that just kind of disappears, and only you had to be there. People started wanting to sign up on my email list, and I didn't have one. Finally, I just got a clipboard and put it in the back of my van. And I've got a couple hundred people that signed up on that, but I haven't done anything with it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Transcribe all their emails and bother them? I feel ridiculous bothering you right now. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm getting off on tangents. But so I had a great day in LA playing, a lot of magical moments, and it was nighttime, and I just played to a group of really peaceful people up at that observatory. What's that called? Griffith Park? What is it called? Anyway, I played up there. It was really wonderful. I tricked my way up there, by the way. I'm getting off on tangents, but I'm going to go with them anyway. I have a good friend named Kevin Goulding in Salt Lake City, and I always use his name whenever I need to get past any security. So there was security keeping people from going up to the observatory because there was a concert or something, and my big white van looks like an official van, and I even have hard hats in it that I can put on. And I just rolled up to the lady in the yellow vest, and I said, Kevin Goulding, I'm meeting him up there. I always use Kevin Goulding's name. It's a perfect name to use. And they just waved me past. Anyway, had this great day in LA, and I decided to press my luck. And I went up on Sunset Boulevard, right? And it was about 11 o'clock. And I parked right in front of the Rainbow Room by the Roxy. And there's this really douchey club there called, I don't remember what, Oaks, something. Reminded me of my house. But just everybody in their club clothes, and everybody's being macho. And, the girls basically all look like hookers. And I decided to play a few songs there. And boy, was that the wrong place. Like, nobody paid attention. They're like, that's the last place you want to hear these tender little love songs. Because all the songs those guys are looking for are, basically, you go into that club and the songs are basically, my dick works, my dick works, my vagina is functioning, my vagina is functioning, my dick works. It's all about breeding. They don't want to be tender, nothing. They just want to be, pimps and hoes, basically. So me playing my tender little love song was just totally not in the vibe. And I was feeling like, and it was almost comical. So I just kept playing anyway. And then just right as I was finished, a guy that had been having a smoke in front of the Rainbow Room starts walking by. He tosses a cigarette on the ground. He goes, "Hey man, you sound really good." And I look over, and it was Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. He's got that unmistakable look. So nobody gave a shit, but Dee Snider gave a shit. Anyway, I shouldn't have pressed my luck, but then again, that story had a good ending. So, yeah, press your luck. I'm going to be playing at the Star City Music Festival tomorrow, if I don't chicken out. So maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for listening.